In my hand is Google's brand new Pixel Watch. The table behind me is full of them. I've just been playing with them for the past hour. It's a little loud in here though, so let's pop outside and let's talk about it because there is a lot to unpack. All right, let's get into the watch. Upon first impressions, just when I walked in, I was like really happy to see all the different colors of watch bands, all the different types of watch bands, and the watch itself. It's very small, I don't know, I want to say svelte, but I feel like that's just like a weird word to use, but I'm gonna have to use it anyway. It's just a really clean, minimal design, and when you have it snug on your wrist, that round shape just kind of snuggles in there really nicely, and it's surprisingly comfortable. And I didn't wear it for that long, but I could see it just fading away and becoming way less noticeable on my wrist than an Apple Watch, which I'm more used to wearing. On the contrary too, if you want to see a more Fitbit perspective on the Pixel Watch, stay tuned for our full Pixel Watch review where John Lamont, our Fitbit expert, is going to take it on. Very small, very light. The stainless steel frame feels really premium, and much to my surprise, all of the bands felt incredibly premium too. Anyone that's been a Fitbit user over the last few years is probably less surprised in this than me, but I didn't know what to expect, and I'm glad that my expectations were met. My favorite band out of all of them is probably one of the leather ones. There was like this minimal one that was kind of tied together. I don't know the exact name of it. I'll pop it up here once I can sort of fact check myself. But it was exciting, and I guess what's more exciting is that there's probably a band for everyone, and there will be more coming. Moving on from sort of external customization, I guess we should talk about the watch face customization, which was something that I also was like really excited to go hands-on with. And the Pixel Watch was great. There's tons of faces. I didn't exactly count them because each one can be customized in so many different ways that it's hard to really pin a number on it. But there's awesome like art ones. You can use photos from your Google Photos. There's classic watch faces, analog watch faces, and there's even this one that was called Shapes that you're gonna see a lot in these videos because I really liked it, but it had like a really strong Google motif to it, and I thought that was a really fun watch face. If I had this watch, I would definitely be using the Shape watch face. It has a very cool, minimal, but still Google aesthetic, and I'm really excited to actually go hands-on with it. Combining that with the full like metal link band, which is kind of more of a semi-chunky, classier watch look, is kind of right up my alley, and I know I'm gonna maybe be saving up for one of those soon. There's a lot more to love about the Pixel Watch than just customizations. It's made in conjunction with Fitbit, which if you remember, Google bought a few years ago. So this watch is also a very accurate fitness tracker. Google says it will do pretty much everything a Fitbit will do except for SpO2 measurements, which is coming later this year, and temperature sensing, which is locked down to one of the latest Fitbit models. Inside, we've got a Samsung 9110 series processor. I'm gonna put it up here to make sure those numbers are correct, but I'm pretty sure that's it. It's not the exact same processor that's in the newer Galaxy Watch series, but it is interesting to see Google using Samsung chips after Samsung finally, after years, agrees to go onto Wear OS 3. So, bit of a back and forth there. I think Samsung builds the chips that are technically in the Google Pixel phones as well. The Tensor chips get made at Samsung's home, so there's a lot of behind-the-scenes Samsung Google love that seems to be kind of apparent with the Pixel Watch and the Pixel series that's been building up over the last few years, and that's kind of exciting because, as we know, Samsung dominates. So if Google can get a tiny bit of that, that might be for the best. For me, the actual most exciting thing about this, other than Android users finally get a Google smartwatch, which is very exciting for a lot of people, but for me, it's finally showing Google putting a foot forward into truly creating some sort of Pixel ecosystem to take on Apple and Samsung and these other giant companies that have these strong hardware loops and hooks to keep consumers tied into their products. So the Pixel Watch is a good step in that direction. The Pixel Buds Pro from earlier this year, the Pixel Tablet, which we actually got to see a lot of on stage, but we didn't get to go hands-on with, is also going to be a big factor in that. And hopefully down the line, we'll get some more Chromebooks and Windows tie-ins, and you know, in 4 or 5 years, the Google Pixel ecosystem, or whatever it's called, will be a much bigger competitor to the likes of Apple and Samsung, which I think will be really exciting to see. Google has a lot going on for it, and I just want to see it put it all in the right place at the right time this time. All right, like I said before, if you want to learn anything more about all the Google stuff, make sure to head over to MobileSyrup.com or our channel. And if you really want it, you can pre-order the watch now, and you can actually go and buy it in stores on the 13th. Very exciting stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.